Hey folks, and welcome to Drinking Alone with Friends, a podcast where three friends drink alone together. My name's Chris.
What up? It's Todd.
And I'm Obert.
Are you applauding your computer now that it's finally deciding to be a computer?
Oh, yeah. So far, first rule of Fight Club is we don't talk about Fight Club.
Yeah, so just so the listeners know, there's about 30 minutes of pre-game that's currently in the toilet from technical difficulties.
I think we got it to work, maybe, potentially.
Todd hasn't flushed yet.
It's just sitting there.
It's just swirling around the bowl.
Right. I'm just hoping. I'm hoping that we can convert it to something useful.
Yeah.
I hope so, too.
Yeah. But guys, we're getting close to our Asheville trip.
I know. I can't wait.
We've mentioned it a couple times on the show, kind of in passing, but we got 3 nights in Asheville.
Yep.
And we're gonna go to all the best spots.
All of them.
And then tell our listeners about which are the actual best.
Yeah. I know you sent a list the other day of like 9 spots you got to hit or whatever, and
we have a goal.
We have a goal. We're going for A++. We're gonna hit them all, and it'll be even better. I'm very excited about that. It'll be be a lot of fun. I'm very excited. I was talking to Dana, and I was like, oh man, I only have to work one more.
Did you forget your wife's name?
I was gonna call her Mrs. Beardad again. So
I saw the wheels turning there.
Yeah. And I was like trying to think of like what medium I was on right now, and but anyways, I was talking to Dana, and we were talking. I was like, "Oh my god, I only have to work one more weekend, and then I work like a partial like day and a half, and then we're going to Asheville."
Yeah,
I'm very excited.
And I was debating on reading that list on the podcast or not, because it's really just for us, right? But who knows? It might give some more context to our trip and which ones we hit up, which ones we skip, because there's a few on there that are like, this brewery is only 40 minutes from downtown Asheville, but it's incredible. I'm like, okay.
We're hitting them all.
Right.
Maybe that one's skippable.
Right.
You know.
I mean, I just perused the list, and 2 of the 9 I have been to. The other ones I have not. So I'm very excited. The 2 being Burial and Wicked Weed. Those 2 we had been to, but I mean, we're gonna go back to both of those places. So, oh man, I'm excited. I hope I'm ready. I hope I'm geared up for it. Like, liver wise, etc. So,
Obert, have you been practicing to train your liver?
Practicing my drinking?
Yes.
That's what I do every week with you guys.
Have you been practicing on your own time? Golfers don't just go out onto the golf course on Thursday and start trying to win the PGA Tour.
My liver hasn't been hitting the driving range all that much, but no, I guess just what I drink on the podcast will have to do for the most part. I did go to trivia at Bonsai last week, so a little bit of extracurricular beer drinking.
There you go.
They have their tequila barrel-aged beer back. It's their spring release every year, so that one I always enjoy.
I'm happy to know that they came back. I know they close every winter for you, right? So you're left with...
Yeah, that's a COVID thing now. Mm-hmm. But Bonsai's back, and they only have 1 week left of trivia before the tourist season starts. So
it starts that soon,
enjoy it while I can. Oh yeah, yep. It's already starting to get busier and busier here.
Isn't it still like snowing?
No, it hasn't snowed in like at least 6 or 7 days.
Oh, it's basically.
Yeah.
Is there snow on the ground?
On the mountains, yes.
Okay.
Not
on the tall ground. There's
not in the valley. Yeah.
I guess next week Glacier opens, right? I mean, it's Memorial Day, right? That's the day.
Well, no, Glacier's open year round, but the Going to the Sun Road doesn't open over the pass until this year, not till June 27th. They said it's gonna be the earliest they'll open it. It could even be later, depending on how the snow plowing goes.
Wait, so there's still that road that we drove up that still has snow on it?
Like 100 feet of snow.
Wow, that's a lot of snow.
Holy shit! Going to the Sun Road has 100 feet of snow on it.
Well, we were there in August and there was snow on
the road.
No, but I mean, they gotta plow it. They gotta get it out of there. It doesn't just disappear. I guess is my point. If there's still some in August,
I think the first time we saw snow was very far into our trip.
Yeah, but again, that's
I
like
peed
late
on it.
August, right? So yeah, no, there will be a lot of snow. I was up there biking this weekend, and there's snow even at the low elevations there.
That's nuts. Weather is different in different places.
That is what we say here on the podcast.
It's why people tune in, really.
They want to hear about the snow and where it is and where it
Or
isn't.
the not snow. One of the two.
Exactly.
It's true. We can
Now,
also
is
tell
there
them
snow
about
in
old.
Asheville?
We can also tell them about old sports news too, if you want to tell them that.
That's true. Did the Celtics win?
The Celtics are currently beating the Miami Heat 73-50, 76
wow.
to 50,
Okay.
Damn.
Well, congratulations, Celtics, on, I'm sure,
and
securing
they're going
your
into the
place
fourth quarter.
in the championship game. There's no way this will come back to bite me. In the championship series, I should say. But, man, all this talk of our favorite topics makes me really thirsty.
It's beer 30, and I'm thirsty. I've been working like a dog all week long, so maybe something cold won't hurt me. 'Cause it's beer 30, and it's time to party. Yeah, baby.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Now, Todd, I heard you worked up a sweat earlier today.
I did. I was out there trying to make a patio.
I think that deserves a beer.
You know what? I agree with you, Obert. I would love to give myself a beer.
And now, is the patio done?
It is not done. I still have a couple more days of work.
Okay, never mind. Chris, you're
All right. Okay. So I have a beer. I've been
no
holding
beer
on-
till the job's done.
Damn, I got a lot of work left then. Might have to take some
Yep.
days off of work.
No, what do you got this week?
So I brought a beer that I've mentioned before on the podcast. It's by one of our favorite breweries, but I feel like next weekend I'm going to Barreled Soul's Stay Puft release. It's a big member party where they release all the variants of Stay Puft for the year. And so I've been trying to clean out my supply. I think I've had a stout on this podcast for the past 10 times I've been on the podcast now. So I was inspired by Chris trying to clean out my bottle supply. It turns out I have a lot more bottles than Chris. So I keep on drinking.
All the more reason.
That's true. So this one we've talked about in the past, and I thought I would bring it on the podcast because it's two of our favorite breweries, and they've combined to make a beer. So this beer is called Crazy Squares 2.0. It was bottled on July 2nd, 2021. This is bottle 34 out of 1500. It's 10.8%.
Ooh.
It's a barley wine, and it's brewed with Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal.
Wow.
Yes. So the breweries...
Not a stout.
It is not a stout. I thought it was a stout. I was wrong. The breweries, though, this is where I think everybody's going to be the most interested. It is Barreled Souls, obviously, and then they teamed up with Southern Grist.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So the logo on the beer is a whole bunch of crazy Cinnamon Toast Crunch characters trying to drink beer.
And what's it called? Something squares again?
It is called Crazy Squares 2.0.
Okay, crazy squares. Nice. That's cool.
Yeah.
Have you had the 1.0?
I have not.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So hopefully this is good. I can't imagine that Southern Grist and Barreled Souls making a bad beer when they brew it together. That'd be very strange and odd to me.
It would be.
There's some rumors going around that some of the Connecticut breweries have headed up there this year to brew. Coles Road is one I know for a fact went up there to brew.
Okay.
I've heard that Tox may have gone up there and done one as well. I've heard that Abomination most definitely went up there and did one as well. So I think I have
Good
to...
things to come.
Yeah, I don't know how long I
Solid
wanted...
releases.
I don't know how long my wife is going to allow me to stay a member of this place for with all the bottles of beer that we bring home. But I think I at least have to hang on until next year because if Coles Road's doing one and Abomination's doing one and Tox is doing one, I don't know how I can't get those.
Right.
So the beer
Tough
poured
life
out,
you have, I gotta say.
that is a rough life. So the beer poured out, it's pretty dark, but I want to do a little bit of a light test. I thought about this week as a different way to kind of test out the SRMs or SRMs of the beer is to put a light behind it. So you can see light shining through it, but it's still pretty dark without the light. Head has stuck around for a while.
So wait, so what SRM are you giving it?
I think like a 50 probably.
I don't think it goes that high.
Yeah, it goes like 35, doesn't it? I think that's...
Yeah, 35's like black.
Well, we always say a billion, so I guess I'll say a 28.
Okay, so you're just shining a light through it, just to shine a light through it.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Correct.
Okay.
I felt like
I think just, like by looking at it, you're like, oh, it's a billion SRM, but then you put the light and you're like, oh wait, is it a billion SRM though?
Right. It's a
It should
good
be a
billion
black hole.
SRM test.
Uh-huh. Got it.
I can see most of the light. If I was walking out in the rain and it looked like that, I'd be able to see a car coming at me. That's all I'm saying. It's the car coming at you in the rain test.
Yeah, like this flashlight's just too bright.
Wait, hang on. So what if
Give me this beer.
what if you were walking in a sea of this beer? Would you still be able to see the car before it hits you? I guess is the question.
Yes, because the light shines through, so the headlight would
Okay.
be on. You'd be able to see.
But as it wasn't just one glass of beer's worth. It'd be like the entire distance between you and the car.
I believe
filled
it's-
with this beer.
I believe my... Oh, Bert, stop trying to... I'm the engineer here. Look at me. I am the engineer now.
I'm the engineer now.
All right, I'll stop. I'll stop messing with your light rating.
Oh, man.
I've engineered this up. I don't need a real engineer to come and get involved in my engineering. So on the nose, it does smell like a barley wine mixed with... Basically, if you took Cinnamon Toast Crunch and poured barley wine in it, that's what it smells like.
Okay.
You get some of
You've
those...
done this, you've used this analogy before with other cereal beers.
I have.
It's grossed me out every time, but I'm not buying it.
So on this, I smell a lot of the the barley wine spices, and it blends very nicely with the Cinnamon Toast Crunch aspect of the cereal. Kind of forming a little bit of a Cinnamon Toast Crunch meets some of the Belgian spices, like the plums and the bananas, like that type of stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't know if there's anything more to say about this beer. I really thought my light scale was great. So without further ado, let's dive on in.
Beer is good, beer is good, beer is good. It's not. Beer is good, beer is good, beer is good.
Okay, well, I taste none of a barley wine in here. The only thing that makes me think that it's kind of a barley wine is that it doesn't have the chocolate flavor of a stout. Surprisingly, and this is something I will say about this beer, because as we all know, Barreled Souls has that very Barreled Souls prickly taste. It definitely tastes... It doesn't have the same pringly flavor that Barreled Souls normally has, which is interesting, because that means that Southern Grist had some type of control over the carbonation aspect of this beer.
The Pringleness.
The Pringleness. No, but flavor-wise, it's just straight Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's like I'm eating a bowl of cereal. There's no hint of barley wine at all. Maybe some of the breath aftertaste afterwards, as you're breathing out, maybe has some of that really, really ripe banana flavor, but it's very, very subtle. This might be the best barley wine I've ever had because it doesn't taste like a barley wine.
Does it taste like Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Yeah,
It
I was
tastes
going to ask.
like straight Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I've stuck my face in a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and that's what I'm eating and drinking. I get
Sweetness
tons
and
of
everything? Super sweet?
super sweet, super cinnamony. Not a lot of
Toasty?
bread. No toasty.
Okay.
Not a lot of bread flavor. That's one thing of the barley wine that's not coming through. And this is decently warm too. Definitely not a lot of the barley wine flavor, which is, in my opinion, good. But if you're a big barley wine fan, probably wouldn't like this as much because you'd be expecting some of those plums and prune flavors. Really solid beer. Not the best Barreled Souls beer I've had. I will say that. I think that this one is kind of overpowered by the Cinnamon French Toast Crunch, just because you would think that you taste some of the beer, which you don't, which means that I could chug this beer right now. That's how much I don't taste the barley wine. I could just right down the throat, because that's all it tastes like is sweet, cinnamony goodness.
Maybe just pour a shot of it into your next bowl of cereal.
Oh,
I
there
think
you go.
I don't think you'd be grossed out by this one in your cereal.
I don't know, man. Just the idea just sends shivers down my spine.
Well,
Beer and cereal.
Just to let you know, whoever shows up to my house first, I think I have another bottle or two of this beer here.
Okay, the race is on.
And I know we're
mean,
seeing each other in a couple weeks, but
I was going to say, just bring one
very-
down. It's
very difficult to travel with a bottle.
No.
I guess I could pre-mail it.
There you go. I mean, if it shows up late, it shows up late. It's fine.
Luckily, I'll put a tracking number on it. That way I know if it showed up or not.
Yeah, there you go. No getting around the, I don't know, it didn't get here till the day after you left.
Yeah, I can see Chris be like, I don't know what happened to it.
Hide the box. Hide the box. Dana, hide the box.
No, this is really good. I'm gonna give it a 4.25.
Okay.
I think it's
solid.
a really good beer. It's a really good barley wine because I'm not the biggest of barley wine fan, but it does miss something it does miss, like, usually Barreled Souls is really good at, like, blending their adjuncts in with their beer, so you get the beer and the adjunct. But, you know, Southern Grist, of what I know of them, they do a lot of their weird styles, and it tastes like the weird thing that you're trying to drink.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
The beer flavor. And I think the carbonation, I wish Barreled Souls would take a note and do their carbonation this way, because this is the best carbonation I've had out of a Barreled Souls beer.
If you're listening, Barreled Souls, take some notes.
Take notes from Southern Grist.
I will mention it to them next weekend, too. I will say something and be like, hey, turn down the Pringles.
So you said how many bottles were there of this beer?
1,500.
Okay, well, 359 of those have been checked in on Untapped already.
And like I said, I think I own 1 or 2 more bottles of this. So
Yeah. Well, no, I'm assuming that Southern Grist has their own bottles, too, that they probably aren't numbering.
Oh,
you know
maybe.
What I mean? That could be it, too. But like I said, 359 check-ins on Untapped.
Huh, that's not a lot.
No, it is not.
I think the people are going to be similar to me. I think they like it. It's Barreled Soul, so it's going to be over a 4. I don't think they're going to be in love with it. I think that a lot of people would expect to taste some beer out of this too. That it's severely lacking. So I'm going to give it a 4.21.
Pretty close. Very close. Can't get any closer. It's a 4.22.
I could get closer then. Son of a bitch.
Can't get any closer while still being wrong. It's funny the way you're talking, like, it's going to be above a 4, but people don't like it that much. I was thinking, like, he's like, oh, I'm thinking he's going to be in like a 4.0, low 4.0s. Little did I know you were like honing right in on it.
I said they're going to be similar to me.
You did say that.
Yeah.
You did say that.
I thought you
true.
were going to go higher because, I mean, those are two very, at least, I know Barrel Souls, but also Southern Grist got that hop hype, so I didn't know if it was going to sway you high, so.
Yeah, so something tells me that I don't think Southern Grist gets any of these bottles. I think they show up to do the collaboration, and I think that's it. Because I was talking with Paulie at Coles Road, and he was like, no, he's like, I don't get any of these bottles. He's like, they're going to come down here and brew with me here, but not the other way around. He doesn't get any of the bottles he helps them brew.
Huh. I guess that kind of makes sense from just like a distribution logistics standpoint. But...
Yeah. Well, sounds good. I'll drink it.
Listen, it's still really good. It's something is missing. I think the beer is missing out of my beer.
Fair. Good note to close it on.
So I will pass it off to whoever is the most thirstiest out of you two.
You can go, Chris.
Okay. All right.
Obert has decided he's not thirsty.
I have to go get my beer. And I think I only have a 12-ounce can for tonight, so.
It's not beer 30 and Obert's not thirsty.
That's beer 20. Chris got 10 minutes. That's the alternate version of the song.
Should have had Jenna sing that one.
It's quarter to beer.
All right. So I have a, we talk about all this cereal, right? And what's a perfect thing to have before you eat your cereal?
Milk?
Weed. Munchies, right?
I guess for a certain sect of people, weed before cereal is probably what they do.
Wake and bake, baby.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with a late night bowl of cereal.
Right. We've all been there. Well, I have the first offering I've seen from Tripping Animals Brewing Company, which is out of Doral, Florida. So
Doral.
Doral? Is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Doral, Florida.
I guess you could tell Chris does not watch a lot of PGA golf.
I've never heard that referenced, so no.
How do you pronounce the W town in Massachusetts that has Wormtown in it?
Worcester? Why?
Just towns of weird pronunciations.
It's not that bad. What did you guys? Doral?
Doral.
What did I say? Doral?
Yeah.
Yeah, you rhymed it with coral.
Yeah, which is how it should be. Florida, get
really
up.
ride him with corral.
Yeah, I guess it's corral also. But oh well. Anyways, but I got it because look at this beaver. It's a high beaver.
Very stoned, eating a potato chip
Stoned
or
beaver.
something.
And this is called Busy as Daggy, which is a sour ale with blackcurrant, blueberry, and mangoes. So sounds really good.
Daggy or Daggett, like the old Angry Beaver?
You know, it is Daggy, but I believe it is in homage to Daggett, the old Angry Beaver. That's what I picked up from it too. So,
because I remember Daggett used to smoke weed on the show.
He was the more eccentric one.
The stoner.
But yeah, I'm very excited. This was recommended by my good friends over at Ultimate Ales, of course. And very excited. Oh, it smells good. Smells good out of the can so far.
I was not expecting it to look like that.
I like the look of this beer right now. There's like the last little bit was like smoothie consistency. All right. There it is. It is gorgeous. It's a beautiful beer. Oh my god. Like,
wow.
It is like a amazing I don't know. I don't even like maroonish, maybe like light maroon.
It looks more like a cherry red to me.
Cherry red. Okay, yeah. I
was gonna say like a bomb pop red.
Now, hang on. Shine a flashlight through it for us.
Oh, hold on. Let me get my phone. Hold on.
Hey, it's an official test now.
It's a flashlight test. Let's see.
Yeah, I want to know if like there was a car with headlights driving through it.
No. Oh,
you can't see them. You
No
can't
way.
see the headlights.
I would be dead man.
See?
I'd be a dead man.
See?
I'd be a dead man if I was in a sea of this beer. But
it's super thick.
It is thick. It's a gorgeous beer. The head is already dissipated. It was a little bit there, but it is. And the smells. Hold on. Oh, okay. Now that it's not in the can, I was getting some more of the fruit inside the can. When it's out of the can, I get more of the sour flavors from it, or sour smells from it. So I'm very excited to give it a try, and that's what I'm gonna do now. Okay.
Titties beer, just the thing to get you grinning ear to ear. Whether you're from the country or the big old city, one thing for sure, everybody loves titties.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna start off by saying it's more sour than I thought it was gonna be. I was expecting like your typical fruit sour where it's like, yeah, I mean, it's a sour, but it's sweet and fruity. And though I get some sweet and some fruit, but like I get a good bite. Like it's a nice good bite of sour. Now looking at it, I mean, you think about it, black currants and blueberries, they may not be strong enough to like fully overtake a sour beer. The mangoes, though, I thought were gonna do a little bit more. I get a lot of the black currant and the blueberry, more so than I do the mangoes. There's a little bit of sweetness underneath, which I attribute to that, but there's a lot of tartness in this. And it kind of gives, like, the ending flavors is, like, it's got a very strong sour tones to it, which is not bad by any means. Not what I expected, especially by the way it looks. Definitely looks
more like a fruit smoothie.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting when I was pouring it out. But it's definitely a little different than I thought, though. Had a couple more sips. Definitely, I think my tongue's getting used to it a little bit. It rounded out a little bit more. Still more sour than I thought. I do get a slight hint of mango. It's not super overpowering or anything. The blueberry and the blackcurrant I get way more, though, like throughout. It's a good beer. It's a very good beer for a brewery I've never heard of that I bought basically because it has a funny animal on the front. Well, it's a good beer. It's solid. Let me see. Definitely a little bit of pucker factor, which I don't dislike. I'm gonna give it 4. I'm gonna give it 4. It's a good beer. Like, I don't know. I think if I got more mango, maybe a little bit more sweetness, it would have brought it up a little bit more. Or maybe even throwing lactose into it to give it a little, because it's not like a thin beer, but it's not like super thick like some of those other milkshakey stuff. But it's a solid.
Right.
It's a solid sour, fruited sour. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4. Personally, I'm giving it a 4. So there you go, 4.
All right. So just to clarify, this is busy as Daggy, right?
Yes, that's great.
Not Daggy's been busy.
Busy as Daggy.
Okay. So what I've learned is this is brewed in conjunction with a brewery in New Hampshire, Deciduous, which I've never heard of. Deciduous?
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 Deciduous. Maybe it's deciduous. think it's deciduous. Seems about right.
I think I've heard of them. I think my older brother has gotten them before. But I don't know if I've even had a beer by them.
Well, you've kind of had one now. So, out of 1,544 ratings,
okay,
what do you think Untappd thinks that this is?
Oh boy, I literally have no idea. I like to think they're gonna like it. I like to think they're gonna be around me. I'm gonna say, I don't think it's gonna be that. It's not gonna be that high. I don't think. I can't get more than a point off, right? Like, I'm gonna say 4.04. Score not found.
What?
It's an HTML joke.
Yeah, you wouldn't get it. It's really funny.
So fun. You know what? Hang on. I have a noise for this.
It's an applause. I got an applause. Thank you. I'll be here all week.
So no, you are off by 0.1. So it's a 4.14.
Okay, all right, okay. Better than I imagined. All right. Well, you know what? Good for them. I'm proud of them. I always, whenever the brewery beats my guess at Untappd, I'm like, you know what? Good for them. Except for last week. Last week they got it wrong. Untappd was wrong last week, but okay, 4.14, not bad, pretty good.
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
Two well-rated beers.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can follow it up.
Uh-oh.
So this week I have Old Brewery New Beer. This is a limited release Taurus Imperial Stout from Bozeman Brewing Company out of Bozeman.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I like their slogan, drink till empty.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I picked this one up because I had never seen it before. It's a limited release. Bozeman makes some really good stuff, notably their Bozone Pale Ale is a really popular one. I don't know anything about this other than it's an Imperial Stout. We'll find out what we got here. You know, it's in this, I don't know how to feel because you both have had such wild beers on tonight's episode that mine is just a little more basic, you know, I feel like I'm missing out in a way, but sometimes that's good. You know, you got to get back to the basics. They can't all be
basic beers are delicious.
They are
beers or be, crazy fruited sours.
right.
But like I said, little 12-ounce can, my 12-ounce glass. Nice head retention, gotta say. Some solid lacing hanging around.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me get my flashlight real quick.
Yeah, we gotta do the light test.
Let's see. Does a flashlight penetrate? No.
Nope.
Oh,
see?
You'd be dead. You'd be dead like me.
Uh-huh. Yeah, if there was a car driving at me at night and this was how the night looked, forget about it.
Listen, you laugh, but it seems like a good analogy now, right?
Save
Sure.
your life one day.
Save my life one day if I'm ever driving, trying to cross the street filled with beer. But yes, a billion SRM. I like this line they have on the can. Tread lightly with Taurus. You know what they say about messing with the bowl. So, interesting. Black, mysterious, and bold. Crafted with the fortitude and strength of the bull Taurus. Roasted barley and victory malt to provide a strong foundation to support an ample ABV, which weighs in at 8.8%. Not crazy, not out of this world, but, worth noting.
For a 12-ounce can, that's pretty boozy.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. 8% is nothing to sneeze at, but definitely not as high as yours.
No.
All right, I'm going to dive in.
And this is the Imperial Stout, you said?
Yeah.
I drink the beer from the glass, but that's boring. That's good, ooh yeah, that's more like it, keep pouring. I have the German accent, and so of course I love beer. But how much can the good hold? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 here. That's good.
Okay, let's see. I get those roasty, toasty notes on the nose for sure. It smells almost a little metallic, you know what I mean? And as I take my first sip, those are the two most prominent flavors I get. It's a very nice full-bodied stout, very clean. The taste falls off the palate pretty quickly. It's for being 8% alcohol, this one doesn't hang around. It just is a quick drinker, I'll say. What can I say about this beer? It's no frills. It's just a stout.
You seem disappointed a little bit.
I don't know if I'm disappointed. You know what the problem was that I saw that this was a limited release beer, and I know that Bozeman makes some really good stuff. And so I picked it up without really looking very closely at it. And I was hoping it would be something a little bit extra than just like, here's an Imperial Stout for you. Because this what it is, and it is a good Imperial Stout. If I had it in the tap room, I would enjoy it. If I was looking for a stout to go with dinner, this one would be great. It's forgettable, though. It's not like, I think every brewery in the world can make this stout and probably should have made this stout. It's like, it's a staple. It's a staple beer. Traditional, I would guess like an English malt or English hop backbone behind this beer. Nothing that's really going to stand out in a stout. Lots of those roasty, toasty black malts for sure. Doesn't blow me away. 3.5. It's fine. It's a good beer.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue to enjoy it.
I'm very sad for you, though. I feel sad for you. The way you described it, I don't know. I'm sorry, Obert.
That's all right. Maybe as it warms up, normally I take them out beforehand, but this one was fresh from the fridge into the glass, into the recording. So maybe it'll get some more notes as we continue through into our handles. But, sometimes you just need a stout. And much like you, Todd, I'm also cleaning out my fridge. I have one beer left to review in the fridge before I go to Asheville. I know this has been in there for a while since my last trip down to Missoula where I bought this beer from. But because I don't get like the limited release stuff from Bozeman doesn't make it all the way up to the Flathead Valley very often. So yeah, I know what I have for my beer reviews, and they're nothing too crazy, but sometimes simple beers are all you need.
Right. Now, of the 149 other people that checked this in, do you think the simple beer was enough for them?
I don't think so. I don't see this breaking the 4.0 barrier, which I think it's fair to say 4.0 is kind of the untapped threshold between like an above average untapped beer and a below average untapped beer.
Yeah, I'd probably.
Where would you put the line?
My
average
or 3.75.
Yeah, my average on Untapped is a 3.75.
But I mean, if you're looking at a beer with check-ins, like if it's below a 3.9, I'm like, okay, this beer's not one that Untapped likes that much. If it's above a 4,
probably wouldn't order it looking at a restaurant. If I saw the beer at a restaurant and I saw that it was a 3.9, but I saw one that was like a 4.1, I'd probably get the 4.1.
Yeah,
obviously. Right.
Yeah.
But I think it's fair to say that like it's not that hard to find a beer above a 4. So I think that's what I'm saying. That would be what an Untapped would call a good beer, And that's what I don't think this makes it there. I don't want to get too sidetracked here from my guess. So I'm going to say this is this could be anywhere. And Todd's so close. 3.88 in honor of episode 188.
Oh man. Well, you were closer than me, but not closer than Todd, sadly. It's a 3.80. Okay. So it's that to me that's
should have reviewed this beer 8 episodes ago.
Yeah, I know. Missed opportunities. Damn it.
Uh-huh.
But yeah. Definitely, I don't know. It's funny when you think about that. Yeah, like just an Imperial Stout. It's like, no frills, just 3.75.
There aren't Imperial Stouts that I like more. Like,
right.
The Midnight Oil, I remember from Beard, was an exceptional stout that was really just the same thing, where it's just simple malt backbone, but I think they might have had a little bit more punch to it. And it was a little bit of that motor oil consistency.
Right,
this is just like, it's a stout.
Yeah, it's stout.
Okay, well, with that, Tud, honk, 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 honk.
Thank you. That means still keeping my lead.
Man of the people. Let's go over to the board here. Let's take a look.
I've almost earned my other check mark back.
You have.
He's gonna move your name up. Go above.
Ted's at 23 official tally marks.
It'll be great in a couple more tally marks when I earn that random one down at the bottom there, because I'm going to jump 19? Ahead 2.
All right, I'm here for that. Okay.
Yeah, Ted's been putting some good work in lately. So
yeah, he's been super close, and
and I've lost multiple times.
Yeah. I wish we could go back. I wish there was a way to go back in time and like.
If only we had a record.
I know. If only there was a way to go back in time, but obviously there isn't. End of story. But like, I very distinctly remember Tud and I battling it out with double digits. I think Obert had like 1 or 2 for like the longest time.
I had 3.
And now look. He's hot on our heels.
Yeah,
well, hot on my heels. And then
till I went to tally jail, then things went downhill.
It's true.
But all right, before we get to honk Tud all the way into his Frosty mug, first, Jordan, take it away.
Test your handle. Test your handle. Test your handle. Test your handle. Mug of wisdom! Drink. Mug of wisdom! Finish Chef Bravado. Chris. Tud. Obert. Popcorn and other animals. Mug of wisdom!
All right, Jordan, thank you. As always, check him out, Wreck My Podcast. Without further ado, it's that time we pull out the Frosty mug from the freezer with the 3 handles.
From the handle with the freezer.
Yeah. Miss Peacock. We fill it up with advice, games, movies, recipes, presents, stuff. Whatever you want. Anything you want can go in this Frosty mug. Tud, giving it over to you, fresh out of the freezer. What are we doing?
Thank you. So, I'm going to go first because what better way to start off the mug than by adding some nice sweat to the mug?
This is like a whole beer and cereal kind of thing, I feel like.
No, so this is a weird handle because it's an Instagram handle. So I'm directing our listeners to go look at somebody's Instagram handle, and that's called GolfWOD. So GolfWOD. So for those of you who don't know, hashtag TudFit. We're always trying to keep fit around here. But I've also recently gotten into CrossFit, and one of the things with CrossFit is the workout of the day, which is abbreviated WOD. So there's this guy on Instagram who posts workouts every day that also help improve your golf game. So he kind of blends them together. So he'll say, hey, do you need to work on the power of your swing? Well, here's an exercise for you, and he will post a workout of the day to make your golf swing faster and or more powerful. And obviously, you want to repeat it a few times, but he will give you do 5 rounds of 6 exercises a piece. And every day he will add, he adds a different exercise onto his Instagram handle. And so, if you want to stay hashtag TudFit, but you also want to improve your golf game, go check out GolfWOD.
Okay.
Interesting.
Give me an example of your favorite workout from him.
So he's got a few that kind of teach you, for lack of a better term, coordination, which kind of helps with your swing pattern. So yeah. I've done a few of those, just trying to work on my swing path and just kind of get me a little bit better at staying consistent. Okay.
Do you need equipment, or can you do with push-ups and body weight and stuff?
No, it's standard CrossFit equipment. So, sometimes there could be resistance bands, sometimes there's a medicine ball or a slam ball. Sometimes you need a barbell to do squats and deadlifts and stuff like that. And sometimes there is body weight stuff, but it definitely is geared more towards a CrossFitter.
Okay. Interesting.
That's cool.
But if you have access to a normal workout gym, you can do all these things in the gym.
Pretty much all that stuff there. Right.
Yeah.
Very neat. Thanks, Ted.
Yeah. I'm just trying to keep everybody healthy. So I will hand the mug off.
And better at golf.
That's true. I want everybody to be really good at golf. More people are good at golf, the more people I have to go golfing with.
And the
So I'm
faster that they'll get off the course in front of you, too.
That's
Right.
true. I
kinda a
want
win-win.
everybody in front of me to get the hell off the course.
Yeah.
I will hand the mug over to Obert.
Okay. This is kind of follow-up from Chris's handle from 2-3 weeks ago, where he had the Poke Clicker game.
Yep.
I've been addicted to my own clicking game, and that's the Cookie Clicker.
Clicky Clicker?
Cookie Clicker.
Cookie Clicker.
I think Cookie Clicker was the OG clicking game. The premise is you load up the website and there's just a big cookie that you click on it and you earn a cookie, and you click another one, you earn another cookie. Eventually you click on it so many times you can like hire a grandma to start baking cookies for you, and then you can and then you can build like a farm to farm cookies, and then you can make a cookie factory, and like these things exponentially grow and grow and grow. And seems like a very simple, straightforward game. The whole goal is to just build more cookies. I think I'm pretty much done with it now. I think I've finished all the fun things that you can do. I'm up to like 1 decillion cookies, which is what comes after nonillion. But even though it's a deceptively simple premise, you do unlock some fun story stuff with it, including to the point where if you hire so many grandmas, you can eventually open up a portal to another dimension and end up starting the grandma apocalypse, which is as fun as it sounds, for sure. So if you like if you liked Poke Clicker, or if you were like, that sounds fun, but I don't really like Pokemon, try Cookie Clicker, because who doesn't like cookies?
Right.
True.
I've officially started my journey.
Okay.
There
you go.
I'm gonna be clicking. I'm gonna need new mices.
There you go. Yeah, one tip I didn't learn.
I thought those are called Mies.
Yeah.
Mises.
One tip I didn't learn is if you hit, I think it's Alt-Shift number lock, hold it down, you could turn your number pad into to click for you by hitting the number 5. So save some of that mouse action. But yeah, it was fun. I hope you enjoy it, Chris, or whoever else listens to this. I don't think it's very mobile compatible. I think it works better on a PC or tablet, but
Right.
I don't know. Find out. I only did it on my computer.
We'll possibly stand by next week for maybe another idle game from me.
There you go. I should have gone before you, Ted. But okay, that leaves Chris. What do you got for us?
So we got Sweat, we got Cookie Clicker, cookies. So obviously the last thing, and this is a new addiction of mine as of today, actually.
Pokemon.
Pokemon. You know, have you heard of this thing?
You can get addicted to it every day.
Have you heard of this Pokemon? No. I stumbled across, and I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast or we talked about it off stream. Can't remember. But One Bite pizza reviews with Dave Portnoy on Barstool Sports. I fell down the rabbit hole today, and it's never ending. And all it makes me do is want to eat pizza. But basically, he's like the guru of pizza reviews online, and he'll post like a 3 to 6 minute video about him visiting a place and rating the pizza based on what he thinks. And he says New Haven, Connecticut has the best pizza in the world. So, hey, good. There you go. Kudos to them. But it's just I just fell down a rabbit hole. I watched one. I thought he was kind of funny. I thought the pizza looked really good. And then next thing I know, I'm subscribed to him on YouTube and watching him in the shower, obviously.
Of course.
No, but I was watching him a lot today.
If you have a Twitter handle, you should tweet at him and be like, "Hey, I watched you in the shower."
He'd probably respond too. So there you go. Especially if you like pizza, if you like food review shows, whatever it may have you. Is he from Boston? Is he from Boston? He sounds like he's from Boston.
Yeah, Barstool was started out of Boston.
Yeah, so he's this Boston guy, accent and everything, and he travels all around the country and even in Toronto and stuff like that, trying all these like local hidden gem pizzas, and he rates them, and it all makes you just want to eat pizza. It's entertaining. I enjoy it. So check it out. We'll put a link to, I guess, the YouTube channel in the show notes, because that's where I watched most of it. But
If you're looking for shower material,
if you're like just a light shower video.
it sounds like you could churn through a few of these in one shower.
Yeah, I mean they're like 3
With Chris's shower length, I mean, probably all of his backlog.
3 to 6 minutes, give or take, depending on what the deal is or what the story is. So I was cranking through them today. It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Well, with that, we'd like to thank you for listening. I'd like to thank Barreled Souls and Southern Grist for their Crazy Squares 2.0, the barley wine with Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I would like to thank Tripping Animals Brewing Company and Deciduous Brewing Company for the Busy as Daggy.
Not so easy reading it from the side of the can.
We should not trip animals, by the way.
I almost said a different... Huh?
We should not trip animals for fun.
Oh, yeah, no. No, I almost said a different brewery name. That's why it took me a second to find it.
And I would like to thank Bozeman Brewing Company for their Taurus Imperial Stout.
Please make sure you head over to social media and follow us everywhere at DAWF Podcast. Also, make sure you follow the email at dawfpodcast@gmail.com. Also, head over to Patreon, and for as little as $1 a month, or for as much money as you'd like to give us per month, for what you think it's worth, you can get an extra episode of Drinking Alone with Friends. Probably, we'd like to say at least once a month. We have to talk to the assistant editor to see if we could bump that up a little bit. But for now, if you do want to go over there, though, we are trying to raise money to buy the world's most expensive beer that only costs $1,100 per barrel from Urban Artifact Brewery out of Cincinnati. So, get over to Patreon, subscribe, help us reach that $1,100 goal. That way we can buy ourselves a barrel of this beer. Also, make sure you head over to Discord and join the conversation over there. And, in all honesty, please send us emails. Obert really wants to know what you have for breakfast. I hope that I inspired somebody to eat.
Do you like beer with your breakfast? Let me know.
And with that, thank you all for listening. My name's Tud.
My name's Chris.
And I'm Obert. And remember, if you're drinking alone, do it with friends.
I really want to try this $1,100 beer.
Yeah, it's actually not that expensive.
Well, it's for a whole barrel.
Well, yeah, but they say at the bottom it's $30 for a 4-pack.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
No, we just have to get the Patreon to fly us to Cincinnati to buy them.
Yeah.
That's where they get you.
Well, I do want to get a whole barrel then.
Okay.
I think that's probably what we should do. 42 gallons, split it in 3 ways.
Cincinnati's probably... No, it's probably... What's a good middle ground for all of us? We'll have to put a kegerator there with a barrel in it. Denver. So we'll put a kegerator in Denver. It's just for us. We just fly in and out whenever we want a couple rounds,
Yeah. at the airport, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I was
put a sign on it that says, "Don't touch DAW podcast only."
I would hope that for $1,100 we could convince the brewery to put it into separate containers for us.
Where's the fun in that?
Yeah, right? What are you talking about?
Maybe we could just get one keg with 3 really, really long tap lines.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.